It was comforting to see, with three recent acclaimed Oscar/Festival aspiring features from acclaimed directors, to embody part of where I feel as though the medium ought to be evolving toward. Whilst these films still see themselves as successors to dense 20th century philosophic, postmodern, self aware experimental novels, two of them are based off novels from very creative, celebrated authors, they, like their source novels, or texts of inspiration otherwise, employ their medium with an expressive, assertive conviction. Glazer's zone of interest is based off of a 21st century Martin Amis work. Wim Wenders' Perfect Days was an original screenplay, clearly rooted in a 20th century world cinema festival tradition which opts for ambiguity of consciousness data rather than transcribing visually an established internal monologue from a source novel. And this title, Yorgos Lanthimos' Poor Things, is adapting Alasdair Gray's 1992 novel of the same name. Effectively realised first as an adapted screenplay by Tony McNamara, who previously wrote the spectacular The Favourite screenplay for director Lanthimos, it has been displayed as a reel of possibilities for contemporary art/festival features to utilise everything in the medium currently allows in a 21st century 2020s digital effects landscape. The notion of computer graphics holding no place in art cinema will dissipate, although perhaps fantasy has little place in the Cannes circuit. So let's claim this narrative as magical realism and procure its consideration via such a label. Now, all three films are arguably still pandering to critics with the qualities of a novel in mind rather than the qualities of a visual, with audio obviously, piece. I would yearn for a cinema which considered the world of visual art more so than the world of literary analysis, and films by the likes of Glazer, Wenders, and Lanthimos are approaching this, where mainstream awards season works are concerned, a major improvement from the kinds of films being nominated for Best Picture recently, for example. Zone of Interest and Poor Things being nominated for Best Picture is nice. I hope one of them wins, given that there's 10 nominees. It isn't as impressive as it used to be, but whatever. Anatomy of a Fall and Past Lives I haven't seen. Those seem like films I may like also. The rest of them are garbage, or seem like total garbage anyway. The three winners of Best Picture in the 2020s thus far were all, really quite bad movies. 2010s was 50-50. 12 Years a Slave, Birdman, Moonlight, Shape of Water, and Parasite, especially the last two actually, were worthy. The rest were basically rubbish, obviously. 2000s, not so strong. Love Return of the King, appreciate Gladiator to a degree anyway. Departed, I'm actually cool with. One of the few 21st century, or just post Goodfellas or Age of Innocence, Scorsese movies which I will even endorse. No Country was really, really great. That's it though, rest of the winners were pretty terrible pictures, quite truthfully. Anyway, Poor Things. Believe the hype, unless you care too much about story. But I like the story, or at least how it is told, really. But it won't be for everyone. Though if one cares about the medium, be relieved that Poor Things is, at least cinematographically, is setting a standard for award season movies to employ the medium as it is now and not as a vestige of a limited past, aesthetically, filmically, philosophically. Lanthimos, keep at it, mate.